Wow. It's giving Jimin. Please, por favor. Let me get out my delusion. Hi, babos amorosas. So today I am super excited because I'm going to be doing a video of all the makeup that I bought. Well, the little bit of makeup that I bought in Korea when I went. I will say Korea has a ton of eyeshadow palettes, a ton of lip products, a ton of just different products, beauty products. But the thing is if you're not light enough, you're not going to find foundations and concealers. So I literally have one foundation because it was a men's foundation. Now, if you go in the men's section, you may be able to find this brand. And this one is called Be Ready. This brand has this shade range. And that's actually a really big shade range comparatively. And I'm actually, okay, so I was originally supposed to get 3, but I ended up, they didn't end up having it, so I went one shade darker. And I'm actually glad I did because it does fit right now too, especially because of the sun. This one does have an SPF of 30 and then PA+++, I don't know what that means. But I'm super excited because, yeah, I was able to find a foundation that actually worked for me. But like I said, you might need to go to the men's section. The one I went to had a double section and had the men's on top. But most places do have a men's section. Some places might have a smaller one. I would recommend going to the larger Olive Youngs because they generally tend to have more variety of products. So you'll probably be able to find this there. But beyond that, I did already prep my skin with this, which I bought out there. And this is the 6 Peptide Skin Booster Serum from CosRX. And I love this serum. Honestly, I've been mixing this with my foundation and it makes my skin so dewy and glowy. I'll do another video on that, just like a really quick one, just to show you maybe like a reel or TikTok, because honestly, this with the foundation, chef's kiss, like literally so good. Anyways, okay, let's continue. So I already prepped my skin with that, and then I'm going to go also and prep my skin with this because I will be going outside today. I'm going to run a few errands. So this is the Bring Green Mint and Mint Cool. This is their Tea Tree Cooling Sun Stick. So this is supposed to have like a cooling effect to keep your skin cooled. And the lady said like you're supposed to swipe 3 times over the places that you're applying this to. That way you get the best coverage. And I do have a little mirror down here, so I will be using that to look. Okay, so yeah, so I just use a little stick. I will go down my neck too because I will be in the sun, like I said. And this one did come with like a little, so these, always look at the little signs because sometimes there are better deals for other ones. So like this one was either buy one individual and then you can do a 1+1. Or you can do this one, which is the double pack, and it had this little secondary one that just pops in and out, which I thought was really cool. And I like, you know, we all love a environmentally friendly company and a sustainable company, I should say. And yeah, this one was good. This one's a SPF 50+++, plus. And so yeah, so it feels a little like kind of like Vicks, like almost like it's like cooling. Like it says. Shut up. This is, I just got what it is. This one is actually a Baskin-Robbins collaboration. And Baskin-Robbins is actually really huge out in Korea. So you can see the little logo. I was like, why is it a mint? But Baskin-Robbins, that's their logo. So that's hella funny. Let me see if it smells like anything. No, that's nice though. I do like that because a lot of the times when you do get like some type of collaboration or like it's like supposed to be like a especially like with food products, like they put that like weird artificial smell into it and I don't like that. So very good. I'm going to make sure that this all got kind of pushed in and we will start with the foundation or the cushion. Yeah, feels good to me. Okay. I always just like to make sure that there's no excess. I honestly have been using this SPF Glow Stick 50 by Supergoop. But Supergoop, this one is very oily, so like you kind of have to apply it and then kind of remove it with the back of your hands so that it actually sets. Other than that, or you're gonna stay oily all day. And I felt like my foundation kind of slid off my face throughout the day. It also has what is it called? Avazobine, octisolate, and I don't know what that other one is, but basically it's all the ingredients that I didn't want in a sunscreen. So I'm actually really disappointed because this is a full bottle and I bought this a few months ago, so I don't think I can return or exchange it. I'm gonna try to at Sephora just to see if I can get exchange and buy something else, because I'm really sad that this has all those ingredients. I could have sworn when I purchased it the first time, because I've gone through, I think, one of these already, that it didn't have all that. So it's really disappointing, to be honest with you, because I thought it was really good. I know that their pump ones, their like liquid ones, don't have it, but I'm really disappointed that those have it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. Let me grab my cushion. So it comes with this little cushion here. I used it just to make sure that it was my skin tone, but I only did like a little patch test when I first opened it, because I only had a certain amount of time to return it just in case it wasn't. Even though I tried it in store, I tried it over my current foundation and it looked fine, but I didn't know if it was just blending, so I wanted to make sure that it was good. This one is cute. It says ordinary but extraordinary on the inside of the mirror there, and then it just has this little place where you store it, and then you just pop this open like this. And you just pop this open here. Oh my goodness. There you go, and it says "Be ready" on the front too. You can use a foundation brush. I actually liked the way that this one applied before, so let's go ahead and try it again. Oh, she's a little light. Hold on, but I think she does oxidize, because I think when I did the test, she did oxidize, and I think that's also why I got the darker shade. I'm actually thinking about cutting all my nails off, because I broke this one with my friend. I was fighting her, and not really fighting her, but we got into a little fun wrestling match, and this happened, and then I also broke this one, and then this one's already been cut off. So I think I'm gonna file them all down to like about this size, just so that I can have time to grow, and yeah, just avoid that again. I will say that this cushion is this pad is not the most luxurious one that I've ever had. I've tried a few different ones. I've tried the Misha one, and I even tried the, I looked at the Tier one. They just at the time didn't have any shades for me. So that was why I didn't get that one, because my friend Ricky did, but he's a lot lighter than me. So he was able to grab one of the darkest shades that they had. So that's the cushion. All right, well, I will say all over the face, on this, just the side of the face, it was good. I will say all over the face, it's a little splotchy, but that could be the cushion. Like I said, this is not the best, most luxurious cushion I've ever felt. And like I said, this is a men's product, so, you know, they may have not been investing so much in their men's products. Let me switch to a brush real quick. I'm going to use just a flat brush and see if that helps. When I use a flat brush, I used to do like those crosshatch strokes, because that does build up coverage. And we'll just tap this into place here. And then crosshatch. Okay, I'm gonna do this side with the brush, with this brush, and then I'm gonna get a fluffier brush and see how that works. I will say I do like the smell of this product. It's very light. Like there's no strong smell. It's just a very fresh smell. I'm gonna use this fluffier brush for my right side, just to see what the difference is. I don't know if there's any difference. Yeah, it's kind of giving, it's giving a little bright and a little patchy. So I don't know what's happening. This probably will be good for my winter color, because I will get lighter. It's not the best. I will say I definitely still need concealer under my eye, because if you have perfect glossy skin, like you have, this would be great. But for us who have a little bit more coverage needs, probably not. I'm gonna go to Pilates, and I'm gonna go to run some errands, so I'm not too concerned about like the coverage necessarily, but this definitely will not be an everyday makeup. But this could be my Pilates makeup, where if I have to do something afterwards or before, but I don't want to use my like actual foundations, my like House Labs foundation, to get ready. This will be the alternative. But it actually looks okay. So now that it's settling, and with a little bit of concealer, it's a lot better. So let's go ahead and just do a few extra steps. I thought I was gonna be able to just use the cushion and then no foundation, but because it's so bright, I'm gonna need a little bit of bronzer just to bring myself back to life. So let me grab my bronzing brush, because She's looking very dead. It's giving Zombieland. It's giving This Is Us. It's giving many things, and not good ones. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to use my Lorac Tantalizer bronzer. This is one of my favorite bronzers. It's from like back in the day. Like literally, I used to love this bronzer so much, and I would cover my face in this bronzer. Now I'm not so keen on doing that because I would use this as like an eyeshadow, as a bronzer, and like a contour. So like my face was probably like super greasy looking back then. I probably can imagine how it looked. But yeah, so I like to do this as an actual bronzer and not like a contour or anything like that. So if you notice, I was stuck to just here, here, and here. I'm not putting this down my nose. Sometimes I will take a small brush, not anymore like I used to. I used to take that big ass brush and just do it on my eyeballs. No, I will take a little brush like this and just do this just to give a little bit of more natural color back into my face. And so you can see it's just a little something. It's nothing crazy. I'm not looking wild. So just a little bit of that. I'll probably do a little bit underneath my eyes because I need to regain some color, like I said, and my under eye is looking a little crazy. I went on a trip this weekend and to my friend's house, and I brought all my stuff, but the one thing I forgot was my foundation. And it was like, that's the most important thing. Luckily, I carry a powder foundation in my bag at all times, and so I just had to use that, which was interesting. Kudos to all of you, like, powder foundation girlies, because literally, you have to put on so much moisturizer. I guess it's good for people who have, like, oily, really oily skin, because I had to make sure that I was super hydrated and kind of basically, normally I let all my serums and all my moisturizers and all that stuff sink in before I do anything else, like any other things, so I can kind of absorb any extra oils. No, if you're going to do powder, I would say this trick, because I did like the way it finished, and it held on for a really long time in my T-zone areas, but it's basically leaving your, not letting your serums and your skincare soak in so much, and then just, applying the powder over it. That really helps keep it from looking super cakey, one, and that's how it sticks to your skin, because I feel like if I put powder on like a completely dry face, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, what's it called? I did try doing powder this weekend, and, I didn't try to, I was forced to do powder this weekend, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. I will say you just had to figure out the balance of what was it. Luckily, I purchased a MAC powder that actually came broken, and I wanted to make sure it was the right color so I could replace it. But I used that to because I used to do that in the past where I did just powders only, and I used to love it. I used to love how flawless the finish was, and it was really great. So I tried that, and luckily I had tried it a few times to where I knew what to do to keep it balanced, because if not, I probably would have looked crazy this weekend. So thankfully, I always like to play around with my makeup, and that's just a thing, play with your makeup. It's always fun to do. I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray and just kick that on. Hello? It's only coming out of the left side. What is going on? Okay, well, now that my hand is soaked, that was interesting. We'll let that dry. I'm going to, like I said, this is just going for errands and running errands and stuff like that, so I don't need to do anything crazy. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyelashes. Okay, so now that we have some eyelashes, we look a little bit of awake. Oh, there's an eyelash now in my eyeball. What do I want to do? My face is still kind of wet. I don't like to put any type of powder or anything over my setting spray until my face is completely dry. So what we'll do is, oh my god, there is something in my eyeball. Okay, it wasn't in my eye, it was just an eyelash that was scratching my eye. Okay, anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of eyeliner before everything dries, because I like my setting spray to be bone dry, literally it just bone dry. I don't want it to feel, if it still feels tacky on my skin, I don't put any powder on there. What is that? Oh, it's like a little hair from the brush. Ah, okay. So I'm going to just do a simple liner. And when I do a simple liner, I just do literally the outer corner. Just like that. And what I do, because I've been like playing around with this technique for the longest time because I can never get like a simple liner. Like I always go overboard, is I do just a simple line like that and I bring it in. And I always start by looking to the side because if I do it like this, like a lot of people say look forward and do the line and connect it to where your eye stops. But if I do that, it makes it look too long, like I go too far in. So I noticed that my trick, for me at least, is looking to the side and stopping where my eye stops. Then, instead of looking forward like this and doing it this way, it's a lot easier to do to the side because you don't put as much on there. So anyways, that's just my little tip and trick that I've used just to get that simple liner instead of doing like a massive wing liner with all like that. Yeah, that hasn't been my jam lately. So I am doing some mascara now. This is the Lancome Big Lash. This is definitely my favorite liner just because it really, really holds my lashes up. I have such straight lashes, like my lashes are normally like pointing down, that I love this mascara that holds everything up. And I feel like it dries so fast, which I really like. It's not great if you're one of those layering kind of girls. Like a lot of people like to layer their mascaras. This one is kind of just like a, you got maybe 2 layers and that's it. Like if you're doing multiple layers, you're not going to like this mascara because it's not going to layer well. It gets really clumpy if you layer it. But a lot of the times you don't need a second layer. I do second layer always, but okay. Period. Today, is it an under lash day? Yeah, let's do it. A lot of the times if I want to make my eyes look really bigger, like a lot bigger, I will do no bottom lash. But if I want to define my eyes a little bit more, I will do a bottom lash. And today is a bottom lash day apparently. So once that's done, I'm gonna take now, I can feel it's more like it's set, like nothing's really moist. I'm gonna take my setting powder, which I have here. And you can totally skip this step because it does look good. Actually, the way it's finishing is really nice. But because I'm going to be working out, because I'm running errands, I want it to be pretty solid. Like I'm not trying to have my makeup come off on my mat. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is just do a light touch of blush just because I feel like I'm giving like a bronzy fantasy that I don't want to give. I'd want to give like a little bit more cutesy vibe, so we're going to try to get a little bit more blush going. And I think I'm going to just use this one. Oh, where is it? You know what? I'll do a cream blush actually. Or a cream, yeah, this one. This one's the NARS Orgasm. Just because I don't want it to be too pinky, and this is like a perfect like corally blush. See, it's not too much of a difference, but just enough to where it's like, oh, she looks alive. So I'm going to take this little brush like this. I'm going to grab some bronzer. I just unpacked everything and like nothing's available to where I really want it to be. So I'm kind of annoyed, but, and I'm going to have to repack because I'm going to Oregon in like 4 days. So it's like, I'm just like packing, unpacking, packing, unpacking. Especially since I've gotten back to Korea, it's like I've been going everywhere, so it's just a constant packing situation with me right now. Anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of this Cover FX bronzer, and I'm just going to go ahead and contour my nose just a bit. I just did not like the way it was looking on camera, and in person actually. Take a little bit here just to define that, and up here. Period. One of the last things I'm going to do is going to take this little brush, and I wanted to kind of just go over, I'm sure you've seen some videos, there is a video about the difference between a finishing and a setting powder, and so this is going to be the Laneige. This is, I don't know if they say it's a finishing, what do they say? Yeah, finish powder. So this isn't a setting powder, so this is a finishing powder, and the difference is that the finishing powder is not going to set your makeup. It's going to basically just kind of blur everything. So I have used it as a setting powder and it was fine. But it is not supposed to be for that purpose. Like, it's basically just supposed to give this like beautiful airbrushed finish to everything. And I will say this is one of my favorite powders. It gives it such a beautiful finish. Now, normally I would wait a little bit longer so that all that powder could be absorbed and kind of brush it off, but I didn't put too much finishing powder on my skin, so yeah, she looks really pretty. Like, just such an airbrush look. I love that. The last part is going to be choosing one of these, or maybe I'll just do them all, because they're all really, really pretty and I wanted to try them on. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll start with the lightest color and we'll finish with the one that I want to wear today. So let's go ahead and open. This one is a 3CE, 3CE Style Nanda in the Milky Shadow, in the color Milky Shadow. And I'm just trying to see, and it's a shine reflector, it says. Wait, stop. Okay. It's not reading on camera that pretty, but it is actually... Oh, I wish I got another one of these. It's like the perfect nude, kind of like gloss over everything. I love it. Like I said, it's not reading on camera as well. Like, on camera, I kind of still look dead. That's unfortunate. It's tingling a little bit. Is that their formula? Like, it smells minty, so I'm assuming that that's what it's meant to be. Okay, okay. We're gonna take that off real quick. Ew, that is sick. It doesn't feel sticky on the lip, so I don't know why it's rubbing off like that on the thing. Ew, that was so gross. I think I just hit a dry patch on this because it had some of my cellar water on it. Okay. Let's try. I want to end in the 3CE, this one. So I'm going to try the Laka. This one is called Laka. And this one is the brand that I really love because they use male models. I thought that was so cool of them to do that. So this one is the Laka Bonding Glow Lipstick in the color Mules, 205 Mules. All right, and then this is the packaging, super cute. It says Laka. Okay, and this is the color. All right, let's try this one. That's really pretty. And the formula is so creamy. Oh my god, this is so nice. Stop. Like, that's so pretty. Actually, what I want to see is if I take a little bit of this one now. Hey, wait. If I take a little bit of this one and put it over, what kind of effect it'll give. In person, it's a little bit more muted now, which I like. So it's not so orangey. So I wonder how it's going to read on camera in editing. But it's really, really pretty. I'm mad that I had to take these off. Okay, hold on. Blank canvas. Let's go ahead and open this one here. This one is called Rain or Shine. It's a 3CE again. Okay, now that I've opened that, let's try this one. This one's Rain or Shine, and this one's the 3CE Style Nanda again, and they're shine reflectors. So let's see. All right, this is... Oh, wait, this one was all the way down. The color. Okay, I'm going to just say this now. I wish I got more of these. I wish I'd bought 2 of these. This is like the perfect like pinky nude lip. even am going to say it's a little too red for me. Like, I wish it was just a little bit more toned down. So I'm going to try putting this one with it because this one's the most nude. And I'm in love. Wow. It's giving Jimin. Please, por favor. Let me get out my delusion. It's really pretty though. I really love that. I didn't realize what I did with my hello. So yeah, so that was the Korean makeup that I tried. I really, 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 really like it. The foundation actually settled really nicely. It's not creasing. It is pretty good. Like I said, I think this will be my like go-to if I need maybe a touch-up. Maybe I'll just throw this in my bag to see, because sometimes, especially like in the summer when you get those little dots on the sides from your sunglasses, I think this would be a good touch-up. I don't know how good of a base it is. I'm gonna try this. I'll try this a few times to be at my touch-up powder or my touch-up, and let you know how it goes, because I don't think it'll be my primary foundation, that's for sure. I still have yet to find a foundation, a cushion foundation, one, because they don't run in my colors often, and two, because the ones that I have found, I don't like the way they sit on my skin. The Misha one, didn't like that one. There was one other one that I forgot the name of that I didn't like. If I can remember, I'll put it here. If not, well, whatever. But this one's actually not bad. This one I will say is pretty good, and I think it'll be a great touch-up foundation. But other than that, let me know if you have a favorite Korean brand makeup, because I will always be looking for other stuff. I do want to put another order in for Olive Young, because I am going to, when they have a sale on these, I will definitely be buying more. So let me know if there's anything that I'm missing out on. And until next time, peace out, Bubble Sus.